and I am very pleased to be joined by one of the leaders of the sport here in the Bay Area, nationwide and really internationally, Rob Lloyd, an investor in the league, a major supporter of Ultimate. Your thoughts on the first half of this Western Division final?
Great first half again, Evan, and we saw some phenomenal action right through the weekend. It's been pretty exciting. I was on the edge of my chair yesterday watching several of the broadcasts, and you guys did another great job. This has been a super first half. I'm not sure if everyone can appreciate how gusty it is out here, and these players are doing a fantastic job. So we might see some of that same wind in the South Bay when we all get together in a couple of weeks for the championship weekend.
I know you've put a lot of time and effort into planning championship weekend. I'll get to that in a second. Your son, Mark, went through ACL repair surgery on Thursday. See him here with crutches. How'd the surgery go? How's he feeling?
Everything went really, really well. He actually had a fantastic team here at Stanford Hospital. He is feeling great. He's on the floor doing exercises and getting all ready to get back in action next year. So it's a big operation, as you know, and he's doing fantastic. So we'll see him down the stands.
What's it like watching him watch a Toronto Rush game from afar?
Well, when we watched the Toronto Rush game last night, it was on Twitter, and I don't think there's anything harder than that. And together with Mark, we're both very emotional about watching Ultimate on Twitter. So it was tough, but it was great to see the Rush again for the third season in a row make the championship weekend.
Yeah, well, that's 2 weeks from now. In fact, 13 days from now, we'll meet for the semifinals at Avaya Stadium in San Jose. The Final Four is going to be fantastic with Raleigh, Toronto, Madison, and the winner of this game today. But there's much more than just the Final Four. Also, the $1 Million Charity Challenge that you've been a big leader in putting together. What can you tell us about what this is going to be like?
Well, Evan, you know, because you're a player and now really one of the leading spokespersons for this sport, how important spirit of the game is. And as we've begun to take a look at what differentiates a major weekend event, a major sporting event, it's spirit. It's the things. We saw a couple of integrity calls right off the bat here today. And I think the idea of spirit in Ultimate is something that business people and community leaders could all rally around. So as yesterday was my last day at Cisco, and I start the next kind of period of my career, the first thing I thought I could do is get together with a whole bunch of high-tech leaders, sports personalities, and go out and use this event as a time for us to demonstrate the same qualities of spirit in a competitive environment, but do it for charity. And we've got some fantastic people that are lined up to engage in some pretty entertaining challenges with the disc at the championship weekend in just a couple of weeks.
Are you at liberty to share some of the people who will be involved in this process?
Yeah, we've had great support from sports personalities like Ronnie Lott, 49ers Hall of Famers, Lou Wolf. We're just up the street here from the Oakland A's stadium, and he's an active player in the Earthquakes, which play in the Avaya Stadium. Great technology companies, EMC, Cisco, some venture capitalists from Lightspeed and Sherpa Ventures, some high-tech, really cool companies like Solar City and Hyperloop Technologies. So we're going to see about 25 to 30 teams competing, each of them on behalf of charity. There'll be a pro and an am. And then we're going to have a Pro-Am competition on the field with 3 very exciting events. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think fans are going to get a chance as well to try their hand at these challenges we've set up, and it's going to be a great experience.
Yeah, if you're thinking about coming to Avaya Stadium, the Fan Fest atmosphere is going to be remarkable. A lot of people have been putting so much planning. Have you been practicing? Are you going to be competing in this challenge?
I am going to be competing. Actually, I was practicing this summer on my dock in Canada, seeing how well I could do on the distance throw. I was also practicing my accuracy challenge, but what I have not yet practiced will be the catch from a zip line. So there will be a zip line, and one of the pro or the am will have to decide who's the throw and who's the rider. But a lot of it's in fun. It's all about charity, and our target is to raise $1 million for the charities of those teams that play. And I think we're going to have a shot at that, and I think that will demonstrate the characteristics of spirit that this sport stands for. And I think it's going to make that weekend just that much more fun. But we're still going to have the kind of teams here that really are the highlight. The fantastic teams that will be participating, and that's why we really want fans to come out right through the weekend. Did I say the largest bar in North America is at the Avaya Stadium, which will make it fun for participants no matter what age.
The largest bar in North America?
The longest bar in North America. It's a beautiful venue. And really one of the reasons we wanted to really showcase this championship weekend at that venue is it's a fantastic place to play. It's got a festival area. It'll be fun. It's affordable. It's a great place for us to experience this fantastic sport, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Before I let you go, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, as one of the leaders of the sport, here we are on July 26, 2015. As you look 12 months into the future and 36 months into the future, 1 year from now, 3 years from now, what do you see the AUDL being?
We continue to see this sport as something that stands for something different than many competitive sports today. I think we're going to see fans begin to recognize it. I hear it all the time. I'm sure you do as well. I didn't know this sport was so entertaining. I didn't know it was so exciting. I'm so impressed with the athletes. So a couple of years from now, I think we're going to see a very solid base of 30-plus professional teams in the American Ultimate Disc League. I think we're going to have an experience for fans at the game that will rival any other sport. We're still going to stay very true to the characteristics and qualities that set us aside. I think we're going to continue to see young people coming out to our games, families coming out to the games. A broadcast experience is going to get richer and richer. You're going to see technology embedded in the sport. At the championship weekend coming up, we're going to see some of that technology we talked about this time last year displayed in terms of really powerful ways for us to capture those special moments that this game generates over and over again. And I want you not to worry, Evan. We're not going to put people like you out of business, but we're going to give fans more and more of a chance to be right there in the action, capture the moment of the hundreds plus games that we produce every year. And I think we're going to see technology, fantastic sport, and this unique differentiator all come together. And 3 years from now, people aren't going to ask you anymore, what's AUDL? They're going to actually ask you for a job.
If only he had some enthusiasm about him, then we might be going in the right direction. Obviously, it's an incredible amount of energy and time and spirit that you've put into this. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the second half.
Evan, I will, and thanks. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. This is Rob Lloyd. I'm Evan Lepler. We're back with Chuck Kindred and some of the plays of the year in just a moment. San Jose leads 12-9 over Seattle at the break.